Yes, you have seen this before. This is the print that I made. I'm just using colors that were left over after I did some gel printing from the Makers Creative Collab color combo for February of 2024. I have folded it in half and glued it. I went to my sewing machine and I put gold stitching around the edge of it. And it's not a super sturdy journal, but that's okay. It was something that I thought would be a quick and easy project. I have pages that I had used my gel plate for. This is a PM Artist Studio stencil that you see there. I've added just a little bit of lace. This I've got to glue on, and I got to glue it down and then save the. I'm going to sew around it because this came off of a genetic test that came in the mail. And then this is a note from my friend Lexi McGrath that was in Happy Mail. These are just some pages that I put together quickly. I didn't spend a lot of time, but they're in keeping with the color. This was out of a magazine, and I just thought it was quirky and fun, so I've added that. That was a piece of fabric from Darcy's D-Stash. That one was too. Here's a card, and I don't know if you notice, this is from when I get prescriptions. I get a stack of paper, and I thought, okay, the colors are right, so why not use it? I do not waste those papers. I treat them like they're gold sometimes because you can use them. What's to say, you can't? And a lot of my prints I do on those. This beautiful heart. This is from a print that came from Lexi McGrath in Happy Mail. This is a piece of an old sweater that my husband's grandmother started and never finished. And it was pretty, but I didn't know what to do with it, and I hated to throw it away because it was somebody's handwork. This page I did on the gel plate, and then I just went back and added some color to it to finish out the edges. That's just acrylic paint, diluted, nothing fancy. I added this just for interest. These are some of the tags that I had made sitting at the doctor's office. I have a whole bag of them, and you can use them in a lot of different ways. Here I've added it. I left it open so that it can be a pocket and I can put something else in it. This is another one of those fun pages that I get with my prescriptions through mail order. It's foreign languages, and I could cover it up completely, but it's kind of interesting and it's just fun. You don't have to really, when you're making journals, you can use what you've got. This is living proof that you can use what you've got. And this is some of my go tags, my go bag tags, sitting in the doctor's office. Who would have thought, I could make that work? This piece of art right here is from Lexi's Happy Mail, and the colors were perfect because terracotta was one of the colors of the month. This little piece here used to be a pair of shorts. I wore them until they had holes in them because I really, really liked them. And this is the back side of that piece of paper that came from the pharmacy. If I open it up, you can see the full thing. But look at this. This is not cool. And I just added a little bit of acrylic color to it that I diluted on I used just a tile, like a ceramic tile. I think Carrie the Crafter uses a tile frequently for, working with paint. This is another piece out of the go bag tags. And this page was a little bit short, so I added a piece of, this is an old piece of sheet. I made a pocket here, and there's room for writing. I can write quotes. I could put a pocket here, and there's a lot of different things I could do. This is another piece of that information from the pharmacy, on the back side, and that's part of a gel print. This came out of the grab bag or the D-Stash bag from Darcy from 2023. So as I flip through, you'll just see. I mean, these are fun pages. There's nothing hard, nothing complicated. There was nothing expensive here. I did not go out and purchase anything. This is out of a magazine, and it was a collage that I did while visiting with another crafter who just crafts. She sits and works on her journal or whatever she wants to, and I have her link below in my favorites. And this page, I don't know if I can get it to where you can see all the beauty on it, but that was something I did, playing on the gel plate, and then I used my love stencil, which is the same one that was used on the front cover. Now this started out as a project. This fabric piece that you see here started out as a baby wipe that had found its way to the back of the desk. It was a package, a whole package, and that package had dried up. And I thought, okay, I am going to put rubber bands on it, and I'm going to tie-dye it using magic markers and alcohol. And I've done that with fabric before, and the outcome was pretty good. And I thought, oh, that's great. But this time, I just found it a way to add texture. Now, I've been working on a project with Sharon Shields from Texture Junkies, and we have created bottles that look like they were drug up from the deep, dark sea. And that kind of reminded me of the barnacles she was making. So I used some of it there, but I had a piece left over. And these beads, I didn't pay for these beads. I was out walking my daughter's dog, and I found these beads laying in the dirt, and I picked them up. I thought, well, that's crazy. Some kid must have broke their bracelet, but hey, found materials are free. They don't cost anything, and I brought them home and I washed them. So I ended up putting on one of my leftover hearts, and the back of the page is just acrylic paint diluted. Same here. Easy, easy peasy. And all of this is recycled paper. It's stuff that was left over or forgotten. This is part of my friend Carol's tablecloth. Another Go tag from Lexi. And this piece is from Lexi. It's a beautiful print. I know this is not doing it justice. And that's part of her goodie bag that she sent too. So, you see how quick and easy this is? I just took, painting dots with a brush for me is hard. But when I was growing up and we had a ceramic shop, we would teach people to use the butt end or the back side of the brush to make dots. So just put yourself a little bit of paint out, you know, and use the ends of your brushes and depend on the size that you want. You can use a little brush tip or a big brush tip, but just look at the ends. The flatter the better, but you can still make dots pretty consistently. And I just played with that. I mean, it's nothing special. It just added interest and, you know, some fun. And I still have room to write, or I can do more creating. And this page I haven't really done anything to. This one will get a little bit more. But you see how quick and simple this was? And let's go back to the middle. Yes, it has a middle. The middle, where are you? You're hiding from me. Alright, so love. February is a month that we think about love. We should think about love all year round. So the only thing that I have left to do is to bind this. And I am not going to do that on camera just because my hands are fiddly today. And, you know, there's a few more things that I'd like to do to this before I bind it for good. But I have hardly anything invested in this other than my time. And I have certainly enjoyed it. And this is just a tribute to what you can do with what you've got. You do not have to go out and buy a lot of things. You can use the things that you've got. A lot of times we throw things away not really thinking. And speaking of that, let me just share something quick. I'm going to raise my camera up and hopefully I can keep it still in focus. Alright, you get more of my messy desk. or my messy area. Yes, that's me. I'm rattling. So, I know this is a little bit on the silly side, but my daughter got, yeah, we got a cord hanging. Sorry, hope I didn't make anybody seasick mussing about the cabin here. So my daughter got in some things that came in really large boxes. And when she was done, she brought the stuff down for the recycle bin. And as soon as I saw this piece of cardboard, I thought, ooh, look at that, look at that. You know, it's got nice texture, it's wide, the ridges. That kind of spoke to me. So I saved a couple of those pieces. And then there was this. It's just a block, but there is several things that I could do with it. There's the potential for mark making of squares. I also could cover this and make just a fun little collaged piece to sit around. And then there was a ribbon, and that's going to go in my go bag. There's these stiff corner pieces. I can see making marks with that. That could be part of something that I might build out at a later date. And then there's these little pieces. Now, in the past, I've taken pieces like this and I've added like bolts or different things to use as stamps or printmakers, you know, something you can just make some quick and easy pieces with. There was a couple of pieces of thin styrofoam. I can use these when I'm making, like I wrapped net around some of them. I've wrapped tape, yarn, just various things. So, you know, they are definitely lightweight, easy to cut and shape, and definitely have some potential in the craft room. And there's another one that's a little bit different shape. And I thought, you know, I could throw this stuff away, but it doesn't take a whole lot of space to store this. I have a container that I designate to mark making tools. It started out in a little drawer, and then I kept building and building, and it went to a box, and now it's in a crate. So just know that, you know, there are things out there that won't cost you any extra money or above what you might already have, and you can make some wonderful things. I thank you for your time today. Thank you for stopping by. I do ask if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and let me know. I know it doesn't take very much time to hit that thumbs up, but if you want to leave a comment, a good, bad, or ugly, I don't care. I just want to know if what I'm doing makes sense to you. If there's something that you feel like would be helpful, I would appreciate it. I do welcome constructive criticism. You know, if you know what you're talking about and you tell me, hey, you need to be doing this or not doing this, I find it very helpful. So I do appreciate those little clues along the way, because this is a new experience for me. I do my crafts in my room by myself, and to open myself up to the world is a new experience. So, you know, I know that the world can be a dangerous place at times, but if you are a fellow YouTuber and I support your channel, I appreciate you supporting mine, and I thank you in advance for any helpful hints that you may offer. Now, that being said, to my friends with disabilities, invisible and otherwise, I do thank you for stopping in. I want you to know that creating art can be easy, it can be relaxing, it can be therapeutic, and I want you to know that you don't have to spend a lot of money to be able to do it. I mean, I buy paints, you know, they're inexpensive. You know, they generally come with my grocery order from Walmart. So that being said, you know, I don't spend a lot of money on paints or supplies. I really find it more part of my creativity to, you know, use what I have to find ways to make things work. And that's what I'm going to encourage you to do. And if you have any questions, or you have anything that you are interested in specifically that you haven't seen me do, please let me know. That way we can, you know, make videos that kind of meet the needs of the people, so to speak. I want to thank you for mingling with me today, and I hope that you have a very good day. I hope that if you are not having a good day, that your visit with me will make it a little bit of a bright spot in it. So happy mingling. Until we see you again, have a great day.